So last week I was picking my kids up, my girls up from GEMS, and we walked down the stairs at church and we walked down into that gathering space outside of the kitchen, and one of my twins looked at all the photos that were arranged. And I don't know if you've seen them, but there's a slew of photos of old men in beards and clean-shaven pastors, and it's the history of the pastors that we've had here at First. And then I started to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I finally got to where I was, and it was 22. You throw in Michelle, Pastor Michelle, and that gets us to 23. And it got me thinking. For a place that has celebrated 175 years of being around, of long, faithful, at hard, and celebratory ministry, what does it mean for me to be pastor number 22 in that lineup of folks, right? And it brings up all the things in me. I think about what they would feel, what I felt, and just the challenges that we all face, and I feel nothing but a sense of gratitude of the people who went before me, of the people who will go after me, about just the honor that it is to stand in this time and place and do as best I can with all the strength that I have to represent God well to the people around and to this community and to the world. And I cannot help but think day in and day out of the verse that has been around as we've engaged in this 175th anniversary. From Psalm 145, where it says, starting in verse 3, "Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom. One generation commends your works to another. They tell of your mighty acts. They speak of your glorious splendor, of your majesty, and I will meditate on your wonderful works." And I just think about that. What does it mean for me to be part of this long legacy of tradition that I have no stake in, and to receive things and to receive blessings and investment that I did not earn? And I think of what it means for us to live as a community with that sense of legacy and tradition as we engage in our community. What does it look like for us to be a blessing to this neighborhood and to our neighbors? And I think that's true for us collectively as a church, and I think it's also true for us individually. We all come from families, we have systems, we have structures, we probably have some trauma and baggage from our past. We're all people, and at the same time, many of us come from a place that also has rich and immense blessings too. And so as we think about what it means for you and I and us to function as the church outside of this building, I think of that. How is it that we as a people, that you and I as individuals, live in a place where we can be a blessing to those around us for another 175 years just as come before? There will be good times, sure. There will be bad times, sure. But we will be faithful and bring the best we can to the situation around us. We'll disagree, that's part of the deal. We'll have some struggles, again, that's how it goes. But what an exciting thing, what an encouraging thing to be able to be a blessing to those around, and to represent God and God's grace and peace to our families, communities, friends, and neighbors, and everything that we say and do, and to send that out just as we have been given it from days gone by. Grace and peace, friends. Have a good week.